I want to introduce a famous nationalist composer, Edward Grieg. Edward Grieg was born on 15th of June in 1843 and died on 4th of September in 1907. The composer, who was a founder of the Norwegian Nationalist School of Music, a beloved son of Norway, and is today remembered for his nationality-inspired compositions. I choose Edward Grieg because he was my favorite composer. Edvard Grieg was a Norwegian composer and a pianist. He is widely considered one of the leading Romantic era composers, and his music is part of the standard classical repertoire worldwide. His use and development of Norwegian folk music in his own compositions brought the music of Norway to international consciousness, as well as helping to develop a national identity. His masterpieces use and development of Norwegian folk music. I want to demonstrate the third and his final violin sonata, violin sonata number .3 op.45. Edvard Grieg began composing this sonata in the autumn of 1886, whereas the first two sonatas were written in a matter of weeks. This sonata took him several months to complete. The sonata remains the most popular of the three works and has established itself in the standard repertoire. The work was also a personal favorite of Grieg's. The sonata premiered with Grieg himself at the piano with well-known violinist Adolphe Brodsky in Leipzig. To a certain extent, Grieg built on Norwegian folk melodies and rhythms in this three-movement sonata. However, Grieg considered the second sonata as a Norwegian sonata, while the third sonata was the one with a broader horizon. This was the last piece Grieg composed using the sonata form. Okay, let's appreciate this piece. Now I want to introduce Edvard Grieg's background. Edvard Grieg was raised in a musical family. His mother was his first piano teacher and taught him to play at the age of 6. When he graduated from the conservatory in 1986, he had an intense desire to develop a national style of composition, so he began studying with Niels Gade in Copenhagen. As known as to all, Edward Grieg traveled to many countries such as Denmark, France, Rome, Germany, and Britain in his lifetime. Edvard Grieg composed the Peer Gynt in Danish, requested by the famous Norwegian dramatist Henrik Ibsen. Edvard Grieg, perhaps most famous for his orchestral Peer Gynt suite. The most important thing is that Peer Gynt, based on the Norwegian folk tales, which use a few Norwegian themes in its vocabulary and idiom. Besides that, Norway's most famous composer dedicated his career to the pursuit of a national sound. I think this piece reflects this theme. Now, let's appreciate Peer Gynt suite. Edvard Grieg's goal was to create a national form of music that could give the Norwegian people an identity, and in this respect, he was an inspiration to other composers. But the greatness of his works lies not just in this, but in the fact that he also succeeded in expressing thoughts and emotions which could be recognized everywhere, music which people could identify with. Grieg's music transcended national boundaries. He was a famous musician that international respect and adopt. Indeed, his friend Deleuze remarked to River that modern French music is simply Grieg plus the prelude to the third act of Tristan. This sentence reflects attractive to his works the side. Thank you for watching this video.